Hi guys, Ronnie here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new, welcome, and for those of you that have been here before, welcome back guys. So for today's video, if you couldn't already tell by the title, we're going to be recreating a season 13 RuPaul's Drag Race entrance looks by none other than Rosé. This is the recreation we're going to be doing. It's a nice soft pink, simple, nice glam. So for those of you that are beginners, this will be easy, and for those of you that are keep practicing, this will be another practice run for you guys. So let's get started. Now, because it takes a little while to get my base done, I'm gonna do it off camera, but I'll be back in 1 minute. Hey guys, back here already. So for today's look, I'm gonna be dipping in with a few different palettes here. Now, don't come for me. I know one of these guys was part of a scandal recently, but I think that's been proven wrong. So it's just a coincidence. So let's get started. All right, so first we're gonna be using the James Charles palette, and we're gonna be dipping into this lighter shade right here called Pinkity Drinkity, just as a transition shade. You're gonna lay that right on the lid, staying as close to the crease and blending up. That way this helps to show where your overall color will be, and it's always easier to start from lightest to darkest so that way you can deepen it instead of going backwards. Okay, and then with another small fluffy brush, we're going to be dipping into the Conspiracy palette by Jeffree Star, and we're going to be using the shade right here called Pigment. And with this, you are just gonna want to, again, put it right on the lid and into that crease to help deepen that up. All right, so that's coming out pretty well. It's showing up great on camera. And then just at the end, you wanna just kind of like swoosh it out. So that way it kind of like elongates your eye and brings it up and lifts it. All right, now it looks like she has cut the crease. So I'm just gonna take another flat brush for my concealer, and that way I am going to cut the crease. All right, and there you go. And then one thing I did not notice when looking at both of these palettes is you're gonna be putting a darker shade, and it looks like from the picture it's gonna be more of a shimmer. And within these two palettes, in the Conspiracy, we have Trisha right here, which is a little bit deeper pink. And then in the Bloodlust palette, we have Wet Dream, which again is just a little bit lighter. It's more of a shimmer, kind of see there. And then Trisha. So I think what I'm gonna do is go with Trisha, since it is a little bit darker, and that way it will tend to show up a little bit better. So once again, I'm gonna just take a little fluffy brush and dip into Trisha and lay that right on top of the concealer. With this, you're gonna wanna use a packing motion to really get that pigment on there. Pigment. So that way the color really shines, and slowly blend softly into the crease. Just like that. So it's kind of hard to see between the lid and then the transition shade, so we're gonna be blending that out and buffing it out in just a minute. And I'm just gonna be dipping back into Trisha for that transition shade just to buff it out and make it a little bit more noticeable. All right, and then with that same small fluffy brush, you're gonna wanna dip back into Pigment or any light shade. Now, I know I'm using specific palettes, but anything works for you guys. Just go from, obviously, again, lightest to darkest. And so once again, I'm gonna be dipping into Pigment, and we're gonna be just bringing it from the lower lash line and bringing it in. Kind of like that, so that way it kind of keeps it all together. And then we're going to put a little bit of white on the inner and as well as a brow bone just to be able to highlight. So with your fluffy brush, I I'm gonna dip into the Bloodlust palette because this is more of a matte white. So with this white is gonna be Your Majesty. And so for that, we're just gonna be smoking out the inner part of the eye just to be able to open it up a bit. See there, so you can kind of see where a little bit where it opens up and makes it a little bit clearer. And then a little bit right on the brow bone. Didn't look that worked too well. Give me 1 minute. All right, so just cleaned it up a little bit, and instead I used a white concealer. I used the Jeffree Star concealer in the shade C0. And then I'm just gonna be actually taking some Ranch from the Conspiracy palette, and let's see how that works. There we go. There we go, that's what we're looking for. Some nice highlight. I don't know why I used matte to actually highlight the bones. I should have gone for the shimmery color Ranch. So it helps to set the concealer and highlight the brow bone. So that looks 10 times better. All right, now to make the eye pop even more and to open it up, I'm gonna be taking a smaller fine tip brush with the concealer on it and to put it on my lower waterline. There, just like that, so it helps to open it up without making you cry. All right, so now this is where it gets a little tricky. So if you can see here, she has the white on the, looks like it goes from the inner corner up and through onto the crease to connect into that white. Yeah. I'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. You can always erase and restart, but I'm not erasing all this because we've gone too far right now. So just again, some white concealer on a smaller, more pointed brush. Yeah, no, not going. Be right back again. All right, think I got it down. So I just went back over and did it from the inner corner and brought it out a little bit more. And then with another brush, I had set it with some white powder. So that definitely did a lot better. Not sure if I'm entirely crazy about it, but still, it's her look and she knows what she's doing, and it was a nice recreate. So now I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, add some liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. Well, there we have it, guys. The eye's all done. I will say it is not too bad. I am not entirely sold on the liner. Having hooded eyes can make it a little bit harder to have that nice crisp line. It goes into the crease. It can smudge a little bit, but I did my best, and overall, I don't think it looks too bad. This is definitely new for doing this big of a liner on a hooded eye that I've done in a while, but we're still learning and we will get there. Now it is finally time to finish off the look with some lips, blush, and highlight. So for blush today, I'm gonna be using my Morphe palette, and I'm gonna be dipping into this one in the bottom corner to rosy up these cheeks. Now, Morphe tends to have some very pigmented shades, so go very light at first and then slowly add to your cheeks. See, barely any. I'm just gonna swoosh that around, get it all on the apples of your cheeks. Put it on the other side. Looking good, looking good. And then for highlighter, we are gonna be trying something a little new. I have never used this before. It is the Jeffree Star Liquid Frost in the shade Frostitute. So this is a liquid, and so what I'm gonna do is just dab a little bit on my fingers and then carefully dab that on. Ooh. Wow, that's blinding. Right here in the mirror, it looks a tad blue, but on camera, let's just blend that out a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Damn, all right then. A little bit on the tip of the nose. Cute little button nose to make it shiny. All right now. All right, now I'm going to be lining my lips with the Italia pencil in the shade 1058 Pink Blossom. All right, and then to fill these lips in, not real filler because they're already big enough, thank you very much, but I will be filling them with the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in Tea and Cookies. Oh, let's see how this works out. Nice and suede. It's very incredibly soft. I will say that. Not too shabby. All right then. Let me see. What can I finish this off with? I think I need some gloss. Let me find me some gloss here. All right, you guys. Well, I think that is it. Nope. One more thing. Of course, we don't want this to be falling off, and so I'm going to be using the NYX Professional Makeup Dewy Finish. That way it locks everything together and is not going anywhere. I thank you guys for coming on this journey with me to recreate Rosé's entrance look from RuPaul's Drag Race. I did have a lot of fun doing this as my first video for 2021. A makeup tutorial was something I was thinking about but just didn't know what to do. And so when I finally landed on Rosé, which is one of my favorite queens so far from the season, it's only been episode 1, but make sure you tune in tonight for episode 2 to see who will be eliminated. Now, for those of you that have seen it, I will not have any spoilers right now. I will wait until later, but some queens are in the pork chop lounge. Some have won. Let's see who will go home and who will continue on to go for that crown. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you want to get notified every time I upload a brand new video, click that nice little bell icon. See you guys later.